Fairness depends on who's reading the page. From ancient kings to modern states, the pattern never changed. One law for the rulers, another for the ruled.
They said the law was sacred, written in stone for all to see. But kings broke rules in daylight, while citizens paid the fee. From Rome to old Mesopotamia, the stories stayed the same. Leaders walked above the law, while citizens carried the blame. Same law, different meaning. One for you, one for them. One same book, different reading. We lose, they win again. Same law, different meaning. We see it, we remember. The same law, different meaning. Echoing like an anthem. They taxed the poor for breathing, called it order, called it right. But when the crown broke every rule, the courts turned off the light. Peasants jailed for stealing bread, while nobles stole the land. The same law written on the scroll, but justice changed by hand. They say the law is equal now, but the pattern still survives. Citizens get punished fast, governments justify their drives. They call it national interest, they call it keeping peace. But when a citizen makes one mistake, the mercy tends to cease. History repeats because power repeats. Different flags, same logic. Different leaders, same privilege. Citizens follow the rules, governments rewrite them. They say don't use force, but force is used in their name. They say don't break the rules, but they bend them without shame. Citizens fine for small mistakes, governments break treaties overnight. One side gets the courtroom, the other side gets the right. Same law, different meaning. One for you, one for them. Same book, different reading. We lose, they win again. Same law, different meaning. We see it, we remember. Same law, different meaning. Echoing like an anthem. From borders drawn in silence, secrets kept from view. Governments act in shadows for things they never tell you. But citizens live consequences. Every rule, every line. The law becomes a mirror, but the reflection isn't mine. As long as we can look back, governments made rules for themselves in the positive, and used those same rules against the citizens. They say, we can do whatever we want, but you may not do the same. And that is the oldest story in the world. Do not forget, law, not just 3 letters, but a whole system of power. Legitimate authority, agreed rules, written enforcement. Yet somehow 2 meanings depending on who holds the pen. There is a law written for the citizens, and another law written for the governments.
Same book, different meaning, different power.
Same book, different ink. We lose, they win again. Same law,
Different meaning,
we see it, we remember. Same law,
different meaning.
echoing like an anthem. Ay 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 ay. Ay 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 ay. Oi. Oi.
Same book, different meaning.